it was just definitely a they had some stuff going on in the event tonight. We had 7 matches on the card, guys. 7 matches that were going on in the contest. We had 2 mid-card championship matches in the United States and Intercontinental Championship. We also had two women's world title matches, and we also had 2 men's world title matches, and one of them being in the main event. So you guys want to look over the for a second. Let's look over the SummerSlam match card, and then I'm going to go over the we'll go over the match card. Then also we'll go over each match, and then I will talk about each match while I think of the match. Then go over my rating and see what went wrong with SummerSlam 2024. I always give analysis of what went wrong with each PLE or a weekly show such as Raw, SmackDown, or NXT. But this is the card here. If you guys want to take a moment, look that over, and we're gonna get into it. Now let's go over each match. And also before we begin, we got the tournament bracket, as I stated before. Remember, voting is still going on. Still can vote on your favorite. Still can vote on your favorite SummerSlams. Final four will be tomorrow. Let's keep that in mind. But enough of that. I'll mention a little bit about that later. Let's get on to the beginning of this show. Now we got Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. This opened the whole event for SummerSlam. Now we know that Rhea Ripley was hell bent on getting her revenge against Liv Morgan and also regaining the Women's World Championship, losing due to the injury that was placed by Liv Morgan, and she had to vacate her title. Of course, Dom was in her corner. We know that was going on. But other than that, this was a good, very good beginning of the match. Liv kept running from Rhea Ripley, and they kept playing off how, remember, Rhea had her shoulder taken out by Liv. They kept going off that, and also it showed too that she popped it back in. If you guys look, she had popped it back in outside by the announce table, and she also popped it back in several times. So that was a good way to play it. And the tension got so high, the frustration was getting so out of control. Rhea Ripley grabbed the chair, and she was going to hit Liv Morgan with it, but Dom stopped her because that would cause disqualification. He took the chair from her. However, Dom took the chair, distracted the ref, threw inside, slid in the ring. Liv Morgan hit the Oblivion on top of the chair, and next thing you know, Liv Morgan retains the Women's World Championship, as I predicted. Liv Morgan retains, guys. So Liv Morgan retained her belt, but we got a little. I said that either Rhea would turn on Dom or Dom would turn on Rhea. I guess Dom Turner was right. He left kissing Liv. He left kissing Liv at the end of the day. Yep, these two left with each other. He kissed her, and that was it. And I know Rhea was very heartbroken by that, but I don't blame him for that. Dom had every right to do what he had to do. Look how he was treated by Rhea Ripley. Look how he was treated the whole time. Whole time he was treated like crap. So it did not surprise me at all that it went down like that. It didn't surprise me at all. But it was wild though, guys. Definitely wild. Um, it was something that I figured was going to happen, and it was a great way to kick off SummerSlam. It was a great way to kick off this show because Rhea after she retained her title, after she was happy to retain, you know, Dom had picked her up. And then when Dom picked her up, he picked her up, got off her feet. He tried to look. As soon as the match was over, Dom already had a smirk on his face. He already had a smirk on his face. And when he had a smirk on his face, we knew something was up. And as speculated, many people thought, we were exactly right. Exactly right by that matter. And it turned out that Dom and Rhea were done. And Dom made his way to Kiss and Live. Who was shocked that happened? I knew it was going to happen, you know. But Dom, he spoke and spun like a true politician, though. He definitely did that part.
Spoken and spun like a true politician. I mean,
he definitely did that. And Rhea was so hurt and so bad. She never thought Dom would turn on her like that. Never thought that would happen. As you can see, she was so hurt by that. That was crazy, though. She got turned on, and Rhea was hurt. But you know how I think about it? Dom turned on Rhea as he should. Look how Rhea always treated him. Rhea was always mean to Dom. She was always pushing him around. Instead of treating him like a man, like Liv said, she was treated like he was a little puppy, like a little lackey, pretty much a lapdog to her. Like she was a more dominant one. So I'm not surprised. And I had one answer, one word to describe that term, what I feel about it.
yeet.
Yeet. Yep, Rhea Ripley got turned. It was a definitely turn there. Definitely crazy, guys. But yes, Rhea Ripley and Dom is no more. And Rhea Ripley did not walk out the women's title as I predicted. I was right. It was going to be Liv Morgan retaining her belt. I said it earlier in my prediction video. Rhea Ripley did not need to win the world title, women's world title right now. It made sense storyline to have Liv retain. It didn't make no sense at all. Good call. Saw your prediction show. Appreciate it, F4 TV. But yeah, it didn't make no sense. Rhea just came back. You know, why would she win now? It makes sense. She's sometimes better being a chaser than just to win it right off the bat. It makes the story much more interesting. But this was a good way to kick off SummerSlam. Dominik Mysterio screws Rhea Ripley. He turns on her, aligns himself with Liv Morgan, and he did so by giving her a nice welcoming way to win and retain her belt with a nice kiss there. Never kissed Rhea either. It's another thing. Always treat him like crap. You had it coming, Rhea. Remember when Rhea, right before Dominik turned on his dad, Rey Mysterio, to join Judgment Day, she was beating him up then, if you guys remember that. So I'm not surprised by that. So yes, Liv Morgan retains. That is the crazy part about that. But that was the first match to kick off SummerSlam. That was a great way to open it, by the way, women's world title match. But we are going to move on to the next match of the card, as we got the first match in the books. Rhea Ripley did not win as I predicted. Now let's get into another match, guys. We got Intercontinental